Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another video. There is going to be a pretty serious tornado outbreak occurring across the Tennessee Valley and the Midwest uh, this evening and tonight. And the National Weather Service, the Storm Prediction Center, has now upgraded areas of northeastern Arkansas, southeastern Missouri, southern Illinois, western Kentucky, and Tennessee to a moderate risk of severe weather, and have expanded the enhanced risk significantly to include several more major cities from yesterday, including Springfield, Illinois, Indianapolis, Indiana, Louisville, Kentucky, Bowling Green, Kentucky, Nashville, Tennessee, Jackson, Tennessee, Memphis, Tennessee, Greenville, Mississippi, and Little Rock, Arkansas. So I'm going to be showing you the tornado, damaging wind, and damaging hail threat with this likely tornado outbreak. And the tornado threat is by far going to be the most serious of the three threats. The Storm Prediction Center has put this red area here in a 15% chance of tornadoes touching down within 25 miles of a location. The yellow area has a 10% chance, brown a 5%, and a 2% chance in the green. And pay close attention to the black hatch region. That represents a 10% chance of strong to violent EF2 to EF5 tornadoes touching down within 25 miles of location. And this threat is serious enough that I'm going to be naming cities inside the yellow and red regions. So we have cities like St. Louis, Missouri, Springfield, Illinois, Louisville, Kentucky, Evansville, Kentucky, Bowling Green, Kentucky, Nashville, Tennessee, Jackson, Tennessee, Memphis, Tennessee, Greenville, Mississippi, and Little Rock, Arkansas in the area of the greatest threat. So if you guys are in any of those cities, pay very close attention to the weather this evening and especially overnight, as nocturnal tornado events are typically the most deadly because people are sleeping and don't have any way of being notified whether a tornado has touched down or not. So I urge you guys, if you live in that area, have your NOAA weather radios ready overnight, and if you can get notifications on your phone to wake you up in case of a tornado warning, do that as well. Just be very, very wary tonight of the weather because there's a very large tornado threat for your regions tonight. And speaking of tornado significance, anything 10% or above is considered a very dangerous threat for tornadoes, especially when you start getting into the 15% risk areas. That is really, really dangerous. So, like I said, have your NOAA weather radio set up for tonight, and if there's any way you can get notifications on your phone or any other device to wake you up if a tornado warning is issued, do that. And if a tornado warning is issued, go to an interior room or basement till a tornado warning is lifted. Taking a look at the damaging wind threat, we have a 30% chance of seeing damaging straight line winds of 58 miles per hour or stronger within 25 miles of a location in the red area, a 15% chance in the yellow, and a 5% chance in the brown. And again, the 30% risk area encompasses the enhanced and moderate risk areas. And then finally, taking a look at the hail threat, there's a 15% chance of quarter-size hail or larger within 25 miles of a location in the yellow, and a 5% chance in the brown. And by far, hail is going to be the lowest threat of the three, and tornadoes and damaging winds are going to be the biggest threats, especially the tornadoes. Can't emphasize that enough for you guys. The tornadoes are going to be very dangerous tonight in these red and yellow regions. So I'm going to be taking you through hour by hour this potential tornado outbreak and time it out for you guys. So starting off at 4 o'clock this afternoon, we have some scattered light showers across much of Missouri, Illinois, and western Indiana, and some scattered showers across Kentucky and Tennessee. Nothing severe at this point. But as we head into 5 o'clock this afternoon, still nothing major going on. But as we head into 6 o'clock, we begin to see some supercells developing across northern Arkansas and southwestern Missouri, as well as possibly northern Missouri. As we head into 7 o'clock this evening, the supercells intensify as they move into southeastern Missouri, possibly dropping some tornadoes at this point. And especially as we head into 8 and 9 o'clock this evening, the storms are really going to ramp up across the entire risk area, with several supercells depicted across Missouri, Kentucky, Indiana, Tennessee, and Arkansas by 9 o'clock this evening, several which could be producing tornadoes, possibly strong to violent EF2, EF5 long track tornadoes. Then by 10 o'clock in the evening, the storms intensify even further and increase even more in coverage, with much of Illinois covered by storms, southeastern Missouri, northeastern Arkansas, Kentucky, and Indiana. Into 11 p.m., the supercells continue across the same areas. Now we're starting to see some supercells move across southern Indiana and southeastern Illinois. And keep in mind, any of these cells could be producing strong to violent long track tornadoes. As we head into midnight, the storms continue to move across the same areas. Into 1 o'clock a.m., storms begin to linearize across northeastern Arkansas, the boot of Missouri, southeastern Illinois, and Indiana and Ohio are covered by multicellular storm clusters at this point. And then as we head into 2 a.m. Saturday, storms really begin to linearize from Arkansas through West Tennessee, through southeast Illinois, and then still have a big cluster of multicellular storms across Indiana and Ohio. And by 3 a.m. and 4 a.m., the storms congeal into a squall line, moving across western Kentucky, western Tennessee, and northern Mississippi and southeastern Indiana. By about 4 a.m., 3 to 4 a.m., the storms will move through Memphis, Tennessee, and Louisville, Kentucky. By about 5 to 6 a.m., storms will move through Nashville, Tennessee, Louisville or Lexington, Kentucky, and Cincinnati, Ohio. And by about 5 to, I would say between 3 and 6 a.m., the tornado threat's going to diminish quite a bit, but damaging straight line wind threat is going to increase significantly due to the linearization of the storms. And then as we head into 7 a.m. Saturday morning, the storms should begin to weaken a little bit. And as we head into 8, 9, 10 a.m., and as they move across eastern Kentucky and Tennessee and across northern Alabama and southeastern Ohio, the severe threats overall will begin to diminish as the storms weaken and move out of the area by about noon Saturday. So to summarize the event for you guys, there's a moderate risk of severe weather across the central Tennessee Valley and enhanced risk across much of the Midwest. A large area under the threat for strong to violent EF2 to EF5 tornadoes this evening and especially tonight overnight. Again, if you live in any of these areas, pay very close attention to your local weather stations, have your NOAA weather radios ready, and have by any means necessary, have a way of getting a notification to wake you up in case any tornado warnings are issued in the middle of the night. Any tornado warnings are issued, go to a basement or interior room until the tornado warning is lifted, Anyway, thanks for watching this video. Stay safe, you guys, and have a wonderful afternoon.